Anger, dismay, glaring back at life with piggish fury. The poets of the Beat Generation, Kerouac, Ginsberg, their names synonymous with change. They were to me what Run DMC is to you, only quieter. Read these short works and have an opinion you can share in mixed company by 1:30. Kenny? Kenny? Your father's waiting for you in front of the school. Your sister's been in an accident.
Is she gonna be all right? Didn't they say anything?
Kenny, please. I don't know any more than you do.
Noreen is going to be fine. She's resting. Could I see you for a moment?
Yeah, look, get me a diet soda, will you, son?
Dr. Hastings, report to therapy room B. Dr. Hastings, therapy room B, please.
Jenny? Could you come with me, please? Your sister's room is right down the hall here.
Where's my dad?
Just filling out some forms.
Okay. Man, what is this bull? Hey, Noreen. You guys, what's going on here? Hey, man, what is this?
Kenny! I want to advise you of your rights as a patient of the Weller Adolescent Center for Drug and Alcohol Abuse.
Says who?
As your family.
You. Move it, man. Get out of my way. Noreen, you guys, what are you doing to me? What the hell are you doing? Let go of me. Ah! God, let go of me. Let go of me, Noreen. What are you guys doing? Admit it, Hanson. You spent $1,200 on a ski trip because Amy went to Hawaii without you.
Did not go without me.
Hanson, she went a trip to Maui for two. She's there, you're here. That's going without you. So who'd she take?
She took her sister. I dropped her at the airport myself.
And you fell for that?
Noreen, what are you doing here? Noreen, wait.
Look, Kenny's right, you know. Part of this is your fault.
Look, I already told you, there's nothing I can do.
Well, you have to. You can't just leave him in there. They're hurting him.
Hanson?
Just read this. Read what he says.
Noreen.
Hanson, I'm getting a picture here, and frankly, I'm disappointed. Amy hasn't even been gone for 3 days. Sent it, I trust.
I wish.
I thought I told you to stay the hell out of it.
She came to me.
He's sneaking letters through his sister.
I don't care if he's sending smoke signals. I said hands off. Look, Hanson, drying out's not supposed to be fun.
I feel responsible.
Why? Because you busted him? Kenny Weckerly has a drug problem. He's had a drug problem since you found him a year ago on a bathroom floor overdosed from heroin. His family may be trying to help. Anyway, it's not our jurisdiction, and you're not a social worker.
Just let me talk to his parents. The letter says that he's having...
Read my lips. Forget it, Hanson. Finish your day. Go up to the mountains. Go skiing. Don't go near that family.
How dare you come to my house? That kid tore this family apart. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna let some outsider come in here and tell me what to do.
Mr. Weckerly...
Look, we tried everything. Counseling, therapy. Now, well, he wouldn't go. And when I dragged him there, he'd abuse the doctors so badly, they'd ask us to leave.
Those doctors are goofballs anyway.
Another word, Noreen, and you can go sit in your room. Officer Hanson. A year ago, you arrested my son, and you testified against him. Fine, I understand you had a job to do. But you went on to the next case. We lived that arrest every day. My wife left me, and he drove her right out of my life. With all the screaming and the yelling at each other.
Like you guys didn't scream at each other before?
That's it, Noreen. Upstairs. Now!
Mr. Weckerly, I didn't mean to cause you any more trouble. But in these letters, he says he's being mistreated. I just thought there might be something I could do to help.
If you really want to help, just mind your own business. My son's gonna take his lumps like a man.
Drive.
Noreen!
Come on, quick, before he catches me. Told you he's a psycho. He won't listen to anyone.
There's nothing I can do, Noreen. It's not a police matter. You ought to be having this conversation with your dad.
Yeah, right. And he'll put me in the nut house, too. Here, I swiped this from him. It's a copy of Kenny's rights. Kenny says there isn't one of them that hasn't been trashed. It's a police matter, isn't it?
Damn it! Get in there! Shut up!
You don't like doing this, you know. It's really up to you. That's two demerits.
Attention all patients in Category 12. There will be no movie this evening due to the altercation at lunch this afternoon. For your entertainment, you'll find Franklin and Mortimer doing sit-ups in the main corridor.
What do you want?
Hi, I'm Tina.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about you.
Oh, really? Well, what have you heard?
That you like older guys. Like that 40-year-old boyfriend of yours you keep trying to run away with.
Older guys. Younger guys. Mr. Rafferty. He pulled me in here.
Oh, bad move, Ken. Girl in your room?
We were just talking. Hey, wait a minute. She came in here on her own.
Lying? That's 5 demerits. It's all right. You got plenty of time to think about the truth while you're sitting in isolation.
Maybe she's the one that's lying. Did you ever think about that?
Not much you can do once a parent signs their kids away to one of these places. Most of them are fine, but every now and then. Average stay 8 months. Average bill, $280,000. Magically, most kids are cured about the time their insurance runs out. The Roger S. Amendment could help.
The Roger S.
Named after a specific case of juvenile incarceration. You can't identify a juvenile by his last name, but you can sign away his rights. The bill requires a hearing in front of a neutral third party before a child can be incarcerated.
Well, can't we use this to help get Kenny out?
It's not a law yet, just a bill that can't get passed. Not enough support.
With all this documentation?
They're private hospitals. The laws you enforce protect these facilities.
Is there anything we can do to help Kenny?
Not legally.
You lie, you hurt your family.
What do you care? You're getting out of here tomorrow.
Admit it, Weckerly. You're a screw-up.
Oh, when you guys pound tranquilizers down my throat and I'm the one with the problem?
Kenny, don't you think you could benefit from Wayne's experience?
What, from Mr. I've been through the program, I'm better than you? Come on, wake up, Doc. He's no better. In fact, I saw this little twit swapping medication with someone else. Only reason he's getting out of here is because his insurance ran out. See?
Jeffrey doesn't count. He's from Mars.
And then Miss Flat on her back waltzes in my room and I do time in isolation.
Kenny.
I thought you went for older guys.
Yeah, older than 10.
Kenny. Everyone else here admits to their problems. Maybe you should too.
But I don't have any problems. I told you, I quit all that. Does anybody listen to me anymore?
Kenny, why don't you...
No, you guys don't. I'm getting out of here. You don't listen to anything I say.
Everything all right?
I want out of here now.
Settle down.
Look, you can't keep me here. This is illegal. I've got rights.
Fine. 2 demerits for acting out.
Kiss me twice.
Isolation till 10 o'clock, Wickerly. No food, no visitors. Sorry about the noise.
Hanson,
Coach, come on. I told you, I'm going skiing.
then why am I getting phone calls from Kenny Weckerly's father?
All right, I'm sorry. I went to see him. Believe me, the guy put me in my place.
Uh-huh.
Kenny Weckerly's got a problem. Maybe that place is the answer.
Good. Now get out of here. And have a good time.
That's what I plan on doing.
Go! Let go! Let go! Let go!
Mrs. Henderson? I'm sorry, but we have to be strong. It's tough at first. But believe me, you've made the right choice. Your son is in very, very good hands.
You got it! Give me anything!
Good morning.
$1,200 a day. Don't I get a bed?
Now, here's your schedule. School in the morning, therapy after lunch. Also, rules, floor plan, and a copy of your rights.
I got any?
Listen, you earn your freedoms here, Tom. Play by the rules, earn points. Points mean freedoms. And if you have any questions, ask. If you don't like the answer, don't ask someone else. Just live with it.
What time is breakfast?
Oh, you've missed breakfast.
Excuse me.
Gina.
But Mr. Rafferty, I'm so thirsty.
Stay away from her, Henderson. She has a little trouble saying no, so you say it for her. You're in room 133, right down this hall.
Yes.
Rafferty gave me my room number, but some kid named Weckerly says it's his.
What number did he give you?
133.
You must have gone to the wrong room. Kenny's in 148.
Sorry.
Are you gonna buy it or just stare at it?
I want to buy a railroad.
Well, then you have to land on a railroad, you dink.
Kenny.
Oh my God, she did it! You got my letters. My sister came through.
Wait a second.
I don't believe this, man. Hey, relax, man. He's got the chromosome count of a gnat. His old man put him in here because he's embarrassing. What's this? Hey, Jeffrey. Hey, man, you forgot you have to go to the bathroom. Man, I don't believe this. I'm halfway home.
Shut up a second. I can't just bust you out of here. I gotta see what this place is like for myself.
What?
If what you're saying is true, I'll get you out of here, I swear. But it's gotta be by the book.
Oh, great. Beaver Cleaver to the rescue, huh? Look at this, man. Look at my wrists. I can't even wear my watch because they hurt so bad. They pound tranquilizers down my throat because, according to them, I have a drug problem. Hanson, man, this place is nuts, all right? Look, I swear to God, whatever proof you need, I can give it to you. Just please promise me you'll get me out of here.
You all right, man? You need a doctor? What?
No, he doesn't need a doctor. He needs a vet.
Phil, I got mice. Right here, Phil.
All right, any challenges for the new guy?
Gee, I don't know. Doesn't look like he has any problems to me.
All right, Tom, go on.
Well, I'd sell a few things. Steal 15, 20 bucks from my mom, buy a bag.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about stealing from your mother?
Hey, look, how long do we have to sit and listen to this crap anyway? How come he gets away with lying and I can't?
No one ever really gets away with lying, Kenny. Not in here, not outside.
That's a load, man. You guys lied to get me in here. That's how they do it, right?
Yeah. I mean, we were supposed to go to Europe, so my dad brought me here for shots.
Well, they're in Greece and I'm still here.
Yeah, you guys are the biggest liars of all.
Don't incite aggression in the group, Kenny. Express yourself in some other way.
I can't. All my other ways are against the rules, too.
Healthy expression is not against the rules. Experiment a little. Learn to play with it.
I can't play with it. You'll cite me for acting out.
You're manipulating the group, Kenny. Let someone else talk.
Oh, forget it, man. You just act because I'm right, and you know it.
Yeah.
Oh, great. This is fair. For 3 weeks, you're trying to get me to open up, and the minute I do, you stick Herman Munster on me. Up. No, man, I'm not moving. Go chase yourself. Get on. Let's go.
Hey.
Shut up.
I think what we see here is what happens when we act out on our impulses.
those. Diazepams are big sellers around here.
I don't want us to get in any trouble, okay?
Oh, well, we won't get into any trouble. This is an restricted area.
So, what happens when you get hauled out of a group like that?
Why, is Kenny a friend of yours or something?
No, but I thought they were kind of rough.
Well, it's called behavior mod, and I'd get used to it. Everybody spends time in isolation.
Kenny.
Mad at you.
Listen, I've been thinking I can't sleep.
Now do you believe me, man? Now do you see what kind of place this is?
Kenny.
Now will you get me out of here?
Yes, I believe you. I'm gonna get you out. Now shut up and listen. First thing in the morning.
No, we have to do it now before bed checks, man.
Bed checks?
Yeah, come on, get me out of there. I got this all figured out.
Kenny.
Look, this time of night, there's only one nurse on duty. Once we get past her, we're out of here. Come on, man, undo me, all right?
No, I'm a cop.
Yeah? Well, I'm a prisoner. Do I have to hear this again, Hanson?
Tomorrow morning, I'll get myself out. I'll go talk to my captain. He can help us.
God, come on, Hanson. Do you think that's really gonna work? You're nuts, man. Around here, there are loopholes that have loopholes.
You gotta trust me.
The last time I trusted you, I ended up in juvenile court. Will you at least undo this so I can get some sleep then? Or do you have to ask your captain first?
Take it easy. I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah.
Hi.
Tina, you gotta learn to curb your feelings.
Why?
Because. Please get out of my bed. Thank you. Come on.
Come on, in the hall now. Check that room, Doug.
I missed bed check. I had this time perfectly.
Come on, get out of here. Get in the closet. Get in the closet.
Wait, I got claustrophobia.
Forget it. It's all in your head.
Oh.
Bathroom. Hi.
Bad news, guys. Honeycutt, present and accounted for. Come on, out.
Where was she? His room. You were warned about this, Henderson. Where's the other one?
Still looking.
Other one.
Shut up. Get her back to the girls' wing, then sit everyone down for a head count. Nobody moves until we find Weckerly.
He escaped?
And you know what to do with this one.
Penhall! This Breyer court date got pushed up. I'm gonna need Hanson's signature on this ASAP.
We gotta get in touch with him.
I want to send it overnight. You got the address of that resort he's at?
You're way too busy, sir. I'll be glad to contact them myself.
Them? Thought he went alone.
Did I say them? No, sir. I meant him, sir. I'll contact him alone, myself, sir. That's what I meant.
Penhall, do you like it when someone calls you on vacation? Just send it overnight.
Hi. Ever wonder how come mice can live in my stomach with all those acids and stuff?
Jeffrey.
Or how come islands never float away? And we had a fire here once. In fact, we had 2 fires. Huge ones. Like tearing the place apart in the middle of the night. And no one could get out. All that screaming. Man. Tons of dead people. Had to rebuild the place from scratch.
When did this happen?
Yesterday, I think.
Do you think that the mice swim around or just climb the walls when the acid comes?
I don't know.
Jeffrey, you think you can get me out of these things?
Sure.
Jeffrey,
What?
get me out.
I can't. It's against the rules.
Jeffrey, stop!
I gotta do that once in a while. You know what? You don't look like you belong here. I don't think you should be here. How long are you gonna stay?
So they say I'm all right.
Yeah. When's that? It's when your mom can't pay anymore. That's when. They think you helped Kenny escape. There's a lot of people who want to talk to you. Funny I got here first, huh?
How could he get out? This is outrageous.
No, we're not a maximum security lockup, Mr. Weckerly. Yes, despite our efforts, every now and then a patient will get out.
You assured me that this kind of thing wouldn't happen.
Well, no one actually promised you that, Mr. Weckerly, and please believe me, every effort is being made to find him.
Well, excuse me if I'm not moved by your efforts, Mr. Rafferty.
You could go to the police. Again. You know, one of the places he's most likely to show up is back home.
Well, in view of this little incident, maybe I'll welcome him back.
Well, I think I should tell you, they can sometimes be in very vindictive moods when they do. I mean, he's going to plead with you, ask you for money to get out of town, or just as likely steal everything he can get his hands on and hock it. You might want to change your locks.
This is my son we're talking about.
Yes, but you see, you signed him over to us, and it's not likely that he's forgiven you just yet. Now, my advice is that if he does show up at home, call us immediately.
You just find my son.
there's a rumor going around, Tom. I thought I'd give you a chance to clear it up if you can. How do you feel?
How am I supposed to feel after 8 hours in these things? 4 hours is the longest a miner's supposed to be held in restraints.
No, where'd you hear that? Someone told me they saw you in with Kenny just before he escaped.
Someone?
Someone. See, no one gets away with anything around here, Tom. It's part of the program. It's part of what we do. Integrity. You know what? Trust in people. Trust in your community. So, you want to tell me what you were doing in there with Kenny?
Undo these things.
See, you helped him. Now, he told you how he was getting out and where he was going. Now, you tell me. Now, you can try to get well, or you can stay in these restraints.
What, till my insurance runs out?
Yeah, that's up to you.
What you're doing is illegal, Rafferty. You're in a lot of trouble.
No, you're in a lot of trouble.
Forcing medication, brutality, violating patients' rights.
I can quiet you again very easily, you know.
Half these kids shouldn't even be here.
Quiet.
What are you gonna do when the Roger S. decision gets passed?
Well, you know a lot for a kid who steals money from his mom to buy crack.
Let me out of these things now. I wanna now.
You might attack me.
I'm a cop. I'm an undercover cop.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Give me to a phone, I'll prove it.
You're not a cop. You're just a punk kid and a liar.
Mark Rafferty to maintenance. Urgent.
He got stuck halfway. Halfway in, halfway out. Stopped his own air.
No. Take this out. Take all of this out. Bill, he was not on antipsychotics.
Mark,
there
you're
was
cutting
no
it off.
negligence on the part of this hospital. Kenny Weckerly snuck out of his room in the middle of the night and vanished. Why is that so difficult to understand?
I guess I just have a little trouble lying, that's all.
Well, that's the way I remember it, Doctor, and that's the only report I intend to sign.
Will you at least forget the idea of sending Henderson to State Hospital?
Bill, the kid's broken every rule. He's threatened me with violence. He's had a girl out of her room, and he thinks he's a cop. I mean, don't you think we're facing enough bad press with this Weckerly situation? Come on, we've got a business to protect.
Mark, State Hospital is no place to be. Remember, I worked there. They don't treat kids there. They warehouse them.
Would you trust me on this one? Tom's a bad product. Some kids have to be warehoused. Isn't it time you started realizing that? They're going to be looking at us here very closely. Listen to me. Get me a new report on the Weckerly incident and sign Henderson out. I want to move him while he's still calm.
Amy hasn't heard from him?
No, and thanks to me, she's so worried she can't stop crying. Same with Hanson's mom. I feel great.
But he had reservations.
Did, yeah. They got the package, but not the guest. He never even checked in.
Yeah, and he's not in any other resort in the area either.
And Hanson's not used to driving on those icy roads either, Captain.
Hey, guys. Hanson's a grown man.
A grown man who's been missing 3 days.
Halls?
He's sort of lying down right now. I'd really hate to wake him up.
Who is it, Noreen?
Mr. Weckerly. Captain Fuller. This is Officer Halls. We've talked on the phone.
Yeah. What do you want?
Well, I was hoping you could help us.
Mr. Weckerly, Officer Hanson is missing. We thought he might have told you something that could help us find him. Well, we know that he's been very concerned about Kenny. We thought he might have tried to contact him.
Officer Hanson told me a lot of things. But I didn't listen today. I threw him out of my house. He told me they were hurting Kenny. And I just let the damn hospital do it.
Do what, Mr. Weckerly?
I'm sorry, Captain. So, Officer Hanson is missing. Well, my son is missing, too. He's dead.
The 7 years that we have been here, nothing like this has ever happened before. And, you know, as far as any visitors Kenny may have had, I can personally assure you none of them was a police officer.
Well, he would have been undercover.
Really, without my knowledge?
Well, he wasn't on duty, Mr. Rafferty.
Oh. You mean as a patient? You see, because that's not the kind of relationship I think we've had with the police department in the past. I mean, I'm sorry. It's been a rough couple of days. I just don't see any reason why we should suddenly become suspicious of one another.
The fact remains, Mr. Rafferty, that a police officer is missing. And in the spirit of our good relationship, we'd kind of like to take a look around.
And I'd love to let you. I just don't think legal would like it very much. If it got back to parents that we were allowing cops to interrogate our children.
Well, there wouldn't be any interrogating, Mr. Rafferty. We're just looking for a friend.
Well, see, as a representative of the Weller Medical Group and knowing the legal problems that can occur, I just don't think it would be wise of me to allow the violation of our patients' rights. That's certainly not without a warrant.
Excuse me, fellas. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
I don't believe your warrant included interrogations, Captain.
Being a little protective, aren't we, Rafferty?
Shall we continue your look around?
Look, maybe you could ask the questions for me.
Yes, I don't see why not. Jeffrey!
Oh, hello, Mr. Rafferty.
Hello, Jeffrey. This is Captain Fuller. Now, he is looking for one of his police officers. Has anyone in here said they were a police officer?
Yeah, there's a cop in here. I've talked to him. In fact, there's 2 cops, and a race car driver, and a guy who can fly.
Thanks, Jeffrey.
No, he can. I've seen him.
Yeah. I told you not to take my brush again!
Ladies. Excuse me a second. Listen, all of you. Back to your rooms now. This minute. That's enough. I won't deal with this. You know what the rules are.
Man, you're really gorgeous. When did you get here and when are you leaving?
I'm not a patient. I'm a cop.
Yeah, and I'm a ballerina.
3 demerits. 4 for you.
Look, have you seen this guy?
Yeah.
Where? Where is he?
I don't know, they moved him.
Moved him where?
Excuse me.
Moved him where?
State hospital.
Oh, I can't remember everyone. Look, on a night like this, we could get a dozen guys like you've described.
5'10", about 165 pounds.
Dark hair.
Well, you could try been admitting. If it was last night, they may not have found him a permanent bed yet.
Which way?
Oh, I'll go this way.
Darling, you've come.
Why don't we both go this way?
Hanson.
Tommy, sit up, Hal. Tommy, it's us, man. Come on. Come on, swing your legs out.
I'm tired.
Come on, we're gonna get you home, pal. Take it easy.
We're going.
Take it easy. Easy.
You all right?
Look.
You okay?
Just give me a minute.
Breach of contract, trespassing, violation of patient-doctor privilege.
You forgot smoking in the elevator.
I left out insurance fraud, but I thought we'd leave that between you and your insurance company.
My insurance company.
As if you don't have enough legal problems, Ms. Burroughs.
Gentlemen, what's the point here?
The Weller Group has released Mark Rafferty, pending further investigations of your findings. Now, Mr. Hanson, we are offering to drop all lawsuits against you if you agree not to speak in favor of the Roger S. when it comes before the legislature next month.
The treatment program at Weller is one of the best in the country. Unfortunately, it takes more than a few days to see the results.
It's what happens while they're in there that concerns me, Doctor. So let's just say that I question the effectiveness of your program.
Officer, you shouldn't treat these suits against you so lightly. I'm sure your captain could tell you what this kind of negative attention could mean for you and your program here.
So that's it? That's all I gotta do? Well, I think the system has a lot of kinks in it. And I think the parents ought to know about them. So you go ahead and sue me.
You heard the man.